All Things Motoring International is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. Whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance, CHANGECARS has you covered. In this week's episode of All Things Motoring, Mike attends this year's edition of King of the Whip and makes a quick detour to Audi Center Vanstippen to chat to some car enthusiasts. This is a show that will thrill and entertain.
Promises made, promises kept. Last year, 2023, I made a promise that we'll see you in 2024. I'm doing it for you, the fans, the followers, but I won't lie, I'm also doing it for myself. What we saw last year was magnificent. What we're seeing behind us is even more magnificent. It's like these guys have upped it 2-3 levels, but don't take my word for it. You're seeing it on your screen right now. We all have our comfort zone, and then some people are prepared to step out of their comfort zone. When you're a natural, you're a natural. You do motocross generally, but freestyle, new to you, or what is this about?
Well, this is my third year here, actually. Yeah. And I didn't ride it for a couple of years because I actually stopped racing because I had a very bad injury. I broke my femur and stuff like that. Wow. So I took some time off, started up again. Ryan put this event together. Said we should come and try it. I finished third the first year, fourth the second year. This year, the competition's even more stiff. I love the sport, bro. It's an amazing sport. Even this is like freestyle, right? It's not really motocross.
But it's this whole vibe. It's the music, it's the camaraderie. So if I say to you, you want to get into sport, the bug is bitten, how do you do it?
I definitely started motocross before this. I mean, I'm super scared of this, bro. And every year, Ryan has to convince me a million times to do it. And I end up doing it, and I end up doing pretty well too. So, yeah, I mean, motocross is, I think, it's a dangerous sport, but it's a family sport. Yeah. It brings the family together. You travel the country together. Some families travel the world together.
That's incredible.
So, I mean, even with this freestyle motocross, the guys here from overseas and stuff, you know what I mean? It's competition time now, so I really stepped it up. And, yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. Hopefully I make the semi-finals and then go on to the finals. And yeah, try to show the overseas guys what we can do.
We hope he doesn't just make the semi-final, we hope he makes the final. We only interview the best. Wishing you the very best out there. Go for gold.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
So talk about dress for success. Pat, all the way from the Gold Coast in Australia, welcome to South Africa. Your first time in the country, how's it going?
Yeah, it's awesome to be here. Can't lie though, it's been a bit of a struggle. I've been struggling with a few injuries, a couple of crashes, and high altitude, so like working on the bikes. Luckily I've befriended a mechanic, and he's just really honestly a lifesaver. Technically I wouldn't actually be riding if it weren't for him. He's rebuilt the entire bike from the ground up. And yeah, overall, I have nothing bad to say. This is like probably one of the coolest places I've been in my entire like riding career.
Thank you, we appreciate that.
Yeah, so far so good.
Now you talk about injuries, half of the course, what are we talking about?
So as I mentioned, the high altitude, I was doing a show 2 weeks ago and attempted a double backflip. And I knew prior to the double flip that it probably wasn't going to work based on the power. I rely a lot on the power to get the flick for the rotation. And as I was warming up for it, I'm like, I just don't feel like the power's there. But I was looking over and they're like, come on, like we're about to finish. Gates are about to open. So I was like, it's now or never. So I pulled for it. And as soon as I left the ramp, I'm like, this thing's not coming around. I under-rotated fairly heavily and like hit my chest on the handlebars. And I never went and got x-rays, but I feel like I may have like cracked my sternum and maybe cracked some ribs. As if that wasn't enough, the following weekend, I missed the foot peg and stomped the ground and re-broke my ankle, which I'd only just recovered
Like, go
from.
big or go home is your motto.
Yeah, I only just got on my feet a couple of days ago, and I honestly didn't think I'd even be riding this event until a couple of days ago. But now that I'm here, like I'm walking around without a limp, but I think I've got it as good as it's gonna be. But it's not 100%, but I can work with it. So now that I'm here, the bike's sorted, I'm just having fun.
But the bottom line is the fighting spirit is there. You're still going for victory?
Honestly, I've got no expectations. I'm just here to have fun, and usually that's when I ride my best. So time will tell. Stay tuned.
That is absolutely awesome. Wishing you the very best. Thanks for making the trip to South Africa. All the best
man.
to you.
Thank you.
Coming up after the break, Mike makes a quick detour to Audi Center Vanstippen to chat to some car enthusiasts. Are you looking to sell? Visit Change Cars and click on the Selling tab.
The alphabet starts with the letter A, and so does one of my favorite car brands, but you already knew that. Alfa Romeo, you're in the next show when we go Italian. Today we're at Audi Center Vanstippen in the north of Pretoria, an exceptional dealership with exceptional cars. But it's more than showcasing Audi Center Vanstippen. You'll see me walking around, admiring and ogling these cars. Absolutely love them. What is today about? Simple. It's about cars and coffee. Who doesn't love cars? Who doesn't need coffee? The brainchild of a young fan, Kevin Miller, who I've had the pleasure of meeting at many events. Kevin invites us today, and we are proud and privileged to be here. You're going to see us showcasing some of those very fine supercars. Do they all have an Audi badge? No, just the one I drive. I'm a team player. I'm coming to Audi Center Vanstippen. The other guys, they come in stuff like, what is it? Porsches, McLarens. Hey guys, Audi. They make a supercar, the Audi R8. Enjoy. So we're with a true friend of the show, Ivan, Veloce Supercar Society. You're looking nice and tanned, and there's an absolute reason. I just saw on Ignition, you've come back from Kruger. It wasn't only about the big 5, it was about the big 19 cars that went with you.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that trip.
Wow, geez, it's all a bit of a blur, really. I mean, you kind of set out on these trips, and whether they're 3, 4, 5 days, you blink and you start, and you blink and it's over, because it's just go, go, go from day one. But I mean, it's just this. There's so many elements that come into it on a trip like that. You know, it's the driving, it's the socializing, it's the eating, the drinking. It's the, you know, in this specific case, it was the Kruger. So we managed to get into to Kruger Park as well for a bit of a game drive.
Amazing. So I've always said on the show, we want to do 3 things: showcase our beautiful country, our people, and our cars. That trip did that for you. But there's something else upcoming. When you think of South Africa as a tourism destination, to me, there's 2 places: Mpumalanga, the Lowveld, Kruger. Don't worry about Sun City, Ballito, Mhlanga, you're magnificent, but it's the Western Cape. What have we got planned for March?
Oh, well, we all know why it's the Western Cape.
Of
First
course.
and foremost, it's the roads.
It's the roads.
So it's the roads.
It's the potholes, it's all the lack thereof. That's what we're trying to say.
Potholes, yeah, it's spot the pothole, more like it. So it's the mountain passes, it's the coastal roads, it's the winelands. I mean, there's just, you're so spoiled for choice, you know. So we do a couple of these Western Cape trips a year, and it's always something different, and it's never really challenging to find something different, because you're so spoiled for choice with the roads and the hotels and the restaurants and so forth. So
Western Cape tourism, he is your man. So what have we got planned for March?
So we got 5 days, Hermanus, Stellenbosch, Cape Town, 30 supercars. Quite a lot that's going on in between, but I don't want to give away too much.
You don't want to give away too much, fair enough.
But there's a lot to look forward to.
If you've got a supercar and you're looking to join an incredible club, Veloce Supercar Society, but these 5 days, tell me, anybody going to be filming for you?
Of course, yeah.
You want to mention
All
it?
things motoring, baby.
That is fantastic. Always a pleasure
Perfect.
to speak to you.
Thanks, Michael.
Keep your eyes open. We're going to bring it all to you. When you think of luxury German cars, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, absolute standout, but hold that thought. When you think of supercars, Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini, then you get something in between that combines both. You've got something I admire, something I love. Nishan, tell us about this beauty.
So basically, I've got a Gen 2 Audi R8.
But it doesn't look like a Gen 2.
It doesn't look like a Gen 2 because it's got a Gen 3 facelift front that was done. Full custom. The Gen 3 facelift front is more aggressive, it's more sporty, and that's what supercars should actually come out with. I like the Gen 2 rear, so we've stayed with that. We didn't go to a Gen 3 because it isn't actually a Gen 3. We went with different accents. We went with the carbon fiber hood. We went with the side skirts, the front spoiler. Carbon fiber accents, very nice, very subtle, but the bonnet is the one that actually is just in your face all the time.
Amazing. Now, something that you didn't talk about, and it's interesting, you didn't talk about the engine. The reason you didn't talk about the engine, any modifications, is this engine is so powerful, so warm already. Am I right or am I wrong?
You are 100% right. The 5.2 litre V10 is actually quite a solid built motor. You don't really have to do anything. I mean, most of these cars are capable of doing 1,500 horsepower on the stock motor.
100%.
So we normally would do stuff around the motor. Like what I've done is equal length headers, and I've done a custom Valvetronic system. So we can get the car sounding like a Lamborghini motor should actually sound, so that complements everything around this car.
But I'm going to throw a spanner in the works. Whenever somebody stops you with an Audi R8, the first thing they say to you, hasn't that got the Lamborghini motor? Now think about this, guys. Audi own Lamborghini. Does a Lamborghini have an Audi motor, or does an Audi have a Lamborghini motor? That is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I agree with you there.
Do you agree with me?
I agree with you there.
They borrowed it from us.
They borrowed it from us, and we just make the Hurricanes and stuff sound really good.
Now, as a fellow R8 fan, Gen 2.5, should we say, where to from here?
Look, to go to the Gen 3 will probably be the next step, because I do like the brand, I do like how it is, and especially just driving a car like this is absolutely phenomenal.
Now, something interesting for me, Spider or hardtop?
Hardtop.
Why? I fully agree with you. Why?
Because I like wearing caps and I don't like losing caps when I drive, so I prefer a hardtop. It feels like I'm in a proper little supercar.
Now, Audi, you've done an incredible job with the Spiders, the torsional rigidity, there's no scut or shake, but you cannot compare it still to a coupe. It's just not the same.
Yeah, it is definitely not the same. I feel a lot better in a coupe, and I feel the car is like a lot more sturdier on the road. It really works really well. Usually if you're going to go with a soft top, a convertible, you kind of just want to be flashy, but if you really appreciate supercars and want to drive it, coupe is the way to go.
These cars for me are a combination of absolute value for money and affordable. Nishan said if you've got 700,000 Rand, he will talk to you just how you're going to pay the other 1 million. That's what he wants to know. Been amazing speaking to you.
Thanks so much.
Wishing you the very best, and our paths will cross again.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
There is nothing that excites me like seeing my country and my industry doing well. Kevin Miller, you are a young man. You're probably about 36, 37 years old. Hey, take off 50 years on that.
Yeah, so I'm a 19-year-old car enthusiast, and I wanted to do something special today. As you know, I wanted to invite you guys to the Audi Center over here to join our Cars and Coffee for today.
And it was your brainchild.
Yes. No, it was my good friends over here, but you know what? I like to help my friends out. We take the idea into consideration and we make it happen. We love to make it happen.
So a day like today, the first event, we saw lots of cars. There was Porsches, there was McLarens, there was Audi R8. In fact, there was more than one Audi R8. Did it go according to plan for you?
Yes, it did. I just have to give a special thank you to all of the staff members, All Things Motoring,
Nice.
and my
Thank
friends,
you.
people that have me out here. And it was an amazing turnout. Love the cars, love the people. The vibe was incredible.
But now something that you haven't shared. This was the first one. Is it fair to say I can predict the future? Will there be one next year?
Ladies and gentlemen, you will see one next year. We'll see you there.
Julius Caesar, he said, I came, I saw, I conquered. Can't beat that. However, my story is I came in an Audi, I saw some Audis, and I'm leaving in an Audi. How do you beat that, Julius?
Coming up after the break, Mike ends his day of King of the Whip 2024. Did you know? The Audi R8, based on the Audi Le Mans Quattro concept car which broke cover in 2003. The R8 road car was officially launched at the Paris Auto Show in 2006. There was some confusion with the name, which the car shares with the 24-hour Le Mans winning R8 Le Mans prototype. The R8 uses Audi's trademark Quattro permanent all-wheel drive system. Initial models were spec'd with V8 engines, and later the incredible screaming naturally aspirated V10. Other manufacturers have moved away from this type of engine in its supercars, but Audi has held onto it for as long as it can. This will most likely change for Audi as they move into an unknown future as fully electric vehicles become more prevalent. Looking for finance and insurance? Visit Change Cars and click on the Financial Products tab.
Often we say another amazing day. Today we're going to say amazing half time. The beautiful thing about King of the Whip, half day, half night, where's better action? Can't answer that question. The action is incredible. Behind me, a truly is about to heat up. The boys are on fire. They say you can't get too much of a good thing, and I totally agree. Those who watched the show last year will remember I spoke to Dallan. Dallan, a pleasure to have you on again. It seems 2024, the competition has been raised. Talk to me about it.
Well, no, 100%. The Oaks have come to ride today. They've come to put it sideways as best as they possibly can. And it brings out the best in everybody, so it's really good.
But I think that is the absolute key. When you are surrounded by guys on your level, possibly better, you want to be like them. Is that exactly what it is? Do you just feel you've got to raise your game the whole time?
100%. You don't have a choice, otherwise you get left behind.
Lovely.
So if the Oaks are better than you, you've got to step up your game to match them. That's the name of the game. And to put it together with so many international riders is actually insane.
Incredible. Now what for me is incredible, Dallan just spoke about the international riders. You can actually see they want to be here. King of the Whip, this is a mainstay event. What is it like competing in an event like this? The vibe around us is absolutely incredible. I can see the excitement in your face.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've raced motocross my whole life, but you can't compare this event to anything that we ever do on the motocross track. It's insane just getting here, the whole preparation. Thanks to Ryan and everybody for putting it together, but it's insane. I can't explain it. To compete in front of this is unreal.
Ryan, you're appreciated by the fans, you're appreciated by the host of All Things Motoring, and you're definitely appreciated by the riders. In terms of results today, what are we going for?
I'm hoping to make it to the finals. I'm on a 450 this year. I did away with the 325, and I'm getting a little bit more airtime and a little bit more upside down. So the plan is to make it to the finals, but if we didn't, we did what we could.
Good. Dallan is looking good out there. He's going to make it to the finals. And guess who interviewed the finalists? We did. All the best to you. Best of luck out there.
100%. I appreciate it. Thank you.
If the name fits, wear it. Truly speaking to the golden boy of South African motocross, Dallan Goldman, watching you out there, truly awe-inspiring. What's it like being out there tonight?
Yeah, we just finished our best flip trick and best trick. I feel like I did one of my biggest Indy flips to date. I'm super pumped with myself. I hope the judges find it the same way.
If they're not impressed, then there's nothing that can impress them. What always stands out for me, the camaraderie. You come off, you're competing against the boys, but it's high fives, hugs, What is it about competing against these guys?
Listen, man, at the end of the day, we're all friends, we all love what we do, and there's nothing better, I think, than to support each other. You know, if everyone can give each other a little push to get to that next level, I'm all for it. You know, I don't want to hold anyone back. I just want to see all the boys succeed. Are we going into the finals now? I'm pretty sure I'm in. We haven't got the results just yet, but yeah, I'm hunting for that podium.
Awesome. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's nothing better than interviewing a finalist, and I think we have interviewed a finalist. If you saw what he did out there, you will be amazed. Wishing you the very best for the final.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Dallan Goldman.
From the All Things Motoring team, congratulations to all the winners and exciting competitors at King of the Whip. Belgium's Julien Vanstippen won the Best Whip title for the third year in a row, while Tom Parsons of the USA came in second, Genki Watanabe in third, Dalton Fente in fourth, and Dallan Goldman in fifth. Best Trick Right Side Up went to Pat Bowen, with Genki Watanabe in second and Julien Vanstippen in third. Best Trick Upside Down went to Pat Bowen and Genki Watanabe in second and Dallan Goldman in third.
Behind me, you cannot actually describe the scene. All the finalists there, the noise, the crowd, the commentators. What a day, what a night, what an event. In 2023, I predicted we'll see you next year. This is next year. It was better than last year. I've seen it with my own eyes. Next year is going to be even better, if that is possible.
Here is the screen top tip of the week. Dashboard lights aren't decorative. When a warning light pops on, think of it as your car's version of sending a text saying, hey, something's up. Don't leave it on red. Before you buy a second-hand car, screen it. It's what smart people do. Coming up next week on All Things Motoring, Mike is back at Red Star Raceway for the 2024 Rotor Fest, and Ernest visits our friends at Motor Village in Cape Town. This is a show to end our year on a high.
I said we'll see you in 2024. I did it for you. Right, take it again, Jay. A fan of the show who I've had. So, go take it again. Thank you. I made a promise, and that was, we'll see you at 2024. Sorry, Jay, and a fan of the show who I had. Why do I say, I'm just mumbling here. Just 1 second. Sorry, mate, no problem. What is today about is cars and coffee. When it comes to sport, all sport, and particularly motorsport, Formula One is the absolute pinnacle of the... 1 second, sorry, Jay, sorry, yeah.
With that, we didn't go to a Gen 3 because it isn't actually a Gen 3.
So it's like kind of like you had a bit of a, they call it a boob job.
Yes, we did a proper boob job on this thing.
You want to see the lambada? I'll show you the lambada.
Do you need any motoring advice? From where or what to buy? And where to sell? Visit the All Things Motoring International website and click the Advice tab to ask Mikey. All Things Motoring International was brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.